Okay, today, hi, come on in. There's lots of room on this side over here. Come on in. Today we're talking about animal babies. What kind of babies are these? Foxes, you are right. Yes, Thatcher. Is this boring?
No, it's a board book.
Oh, good. I thought you were going to tell me it was boring. Look at the cute monkey. He's holding onto a flower. That's a little monkey. Really? Okay, this says rabbit babies are called kits. Did you know that? Baby rabbits are called kits. They cannot see and they can't hear until they're 10 days old. Oh my goodness. This little baby over here is 2 weeks old. She can see and she can hear. A baby deer is called a... Cute. That's right. What do you call a baby deer? A fawn. Have you heard that word before? Fawn? A baby deer is called a fawn, and the fawns have spots on their backs because it helps them to hide out in the speckled sunlight out in the woods. Lion cubs lose their spots when they grow older. See, the little lion babies have kind of spots, and their mommy is all smooth and tan. So they're spotted when they're babies. Baby swans are called, do you know? Cygnets. They're covered, and look how beautiful the swan is. Do you know what baby swans look like? They're not white, do you know? They're not white. They're gray and they're really fuzzy. They'd be so fun to touch, but would the mommy want you to touch them? No, and look at her beak, and look at her long neck. If you touched a baby swan, I bet she'd go like that, don't you? Okay, it says the mother swan makes a nest of plants and her soft feathers for her babies. Baby ducks are called what? Ducklings, exactly, and they're soft and fuzzy too. Oh, I'm sorry? What is the baby horse called? Does anybody know? A baby horse is called a foal. A foal. And baby pigs are called piglets, and a mother pig is called a sow. And she can, guess how many babies she might have at one time? 27. That's a lot of babies. Both the mother and father robin bring worms and insects for their hungry babies. That's kind of hard. Hi, come on in. Hey guys, there's lots of room over here. Come over on this side, over this way. That's it. Come on in. There you go.
I got some books.
Oh, you do. You're collecting, aren't you? We're talking about baby animals. And in this case, the baby robins have a mommy and a daddy who feed them. Some animals don't have both mommy and daddy, but the robins do. And you know what's kind of hard to say? What do robins eat, do you think? Okay, can you say robin worm, robin worm, robin worm really fast?
Robin worm, robin worm.
Oh my goodness, when baby alligators are ready to hatch, they make a noise inside their shells, and the babies break through the shell using a tiny tooth on the top of their snout. So they're in these soft little eggs, and they have a little horn thing on the top of their noses, and they peck, peck, peck on their eggs, and then they get out. Did you know that little baby alligators came out of eggs with a little pecker thing on the front of their snout? And here, flamingo chicks, they bark like puppies when they're hungry. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Look how fluffy they are. And do you like flamingos? And did you see that this one's kind of white? Do you know what makes flamingos turn pink? They love to eat shrimp. It's the shrimp that they eat, the pink shrimp. And they eat so much pink shrimp that they turn pink, just like the shrimp. Their white feathers turn pink. Oh my goodness. Here is a South American anteater. Their long, sticky tongues pick up ants. And baby anteaters ride on their mother's back. Look at those. You don't see any what, ants?
Baby.
Well, here's the baby right here riding on his mommy. The baby's on top, and he's taking a ride on the mommy. Yep. What? Nope, his feet are up here. See, they're kind of up high on the mom. He's getting a piggyback ride. Only this time it's an anteater back ride. The bison stay together in herds, and the leader of the herd helps the mothers protect their babies. Sometimes we call these buffalo, but the real name is bison. And we have a baby bison out in the diorama out here. We'll have to look at it before you leave. And he looks so fluffy, so soft. Are we what? Yeah, it is. Polar bear cubs love to wrestle and climb. They're climbing on their mommy. They climb on each other. They climb all over. And baby zebras are called colts. What was the baby horse called?
Colt.
Foal. And a baby zebra is called a colt. But colts, you're right, we call horses colts sometimes, and that is, I think, just the boys, baby boys. Is that right? Does anybody know? Yeah. That's right. Thank you. And the zebras are striped because it helps them hide in the grass. When a giraffe calf is born, did you know a baby giraffe?
I always see them at the zoo.
Oh, do you see? A giraffe calf is almost half of a full-grown man. So a baby giraffe right here, if he stood up next to your dad or your grandpa, he would come up kind of to his chest, bigger than half of a man. Oh my goodness, look at this big thing. A baby hippopotamus will not go away from his mother. Look how big his mother is. She can really protect him, can't she? Elephant calves are playful, and they love to tease their mothers. In the background, you can see one hanging onto his mother's tail.
That's how they travel.
Yes, that's how they travel.
Yeah, you will not.
Yep. A baby rhinoceros begins to grow horns just after he's born. See his mommy's horns? His horns are going to start growing too. And penguin chicks are covered with fluffy gray down. Their parents gather around the chicks and protect them from the cold. See all the penguins standing together, and their babies sit on top of their feet so they don't have to sit on the ice, especially the daddy penguin. He puts his feet together, and the little baby sits right on his feet to stay warm. And he even has, see, he has kind of extra furry, skinny stuff down here. It's feathers, it's not fur. And there's a special place in there for a baby to stay nice and warm. And a kangaroo, hi, come on in. There's space right here if you want. There you go, you can sit there. A baby kangaroo is called does anybody know? A Jilly? Joey, you're right, good for you. And the baby kangaroo stays in its mommy's pouch until he's about 4 months old. That's pretty old. And the baby koala clings onto his mother until he's almost as big as she is. Koalas get most of their water from leaves of the eucalyptus. That's the end of that one, but I have so many good books that we can't even get them all done today. This one is called Tender Moments in the Wild, and it has beautiful pictures. And, oh, look, see the baby penguin tucked on his daddy's feet? Isn't that a cute picture? That's the baby penguin. He's very cute. And look here, all around the world, animals love their babies. A swan, don't peek. A swan makes sure her baby is comfortable. Look at the big swan and the tiny baby. A cheetah nuzzles her baby to say hello. Look how smooth and beautiful the mommy's fur is. And look at the fuzzy stuff that the baby has to keep him warm.
The cheetah looks like a honey badger.
Oh, does it look like? Yeah, it might. Yeah. A seal cuddles with her baby on the beach. Look at how round and beautiful that seal is. He has big eyes and he's cuddling his baby. And here's a tiger washing her baby with her tongue. You've probably seen cats do that.
Yeah.
She's washing her baby with her big pink tongue. An elephant nurses her baby as family members stand right around. Lots and lots. Can you imagine being so close to big elephants? And their baby is right in the middle of them all. A crocodile carries her babies in her mouth. How would you like to be inside all those teeth? She knows how to be gentle, though. She loves her baby and keeps her baby nice and safe. Nobody's going to attack a baby in that big mouth, are they? He's safe in there. An orangutan holds her baby close. See that sweet orangutan? Yeah. Such a nice mom. Ooh, what do you think of this one? A scorpion gives her babies a piggyback ride. Look at all those baby scorpions piled on top of their mommy. Oh, Thatcher, do you have a question?
Spiders do that too.
I mean, spiders do the same thing.
You're exactly right. Thatcher knew that spiders do this too.
Yeah, tell you something.
Yeah.
They kind of look like mints.
They look like what?
They kind of look like mints.
They kind of look like mints, he said.
I have a puppy.
Oh, do you? Oh. A pelican feeds her hungry baby some fish. Now look, here's the mommy pelican right here, and this is her big beak, and the baby is sticking his head right in that giant beak bottom. Look at that.
It's called a sack.
Is it? It looks like a sack. I bet you're right. Look at that little pelican peeking in there. Oh my goodness. A snake watches her babies so they don't wander off. Look at that big, beautiful orange snake, and the little small ones are gray. They haven't turned orange yet.
You can stick it in bottle.
They are pretty. Oh boy, a humpback whale swims with her baby in the ocean. Here's the mommy, big, and there's the baby. They're swimming right beside each other. Yeah, that's right. And a lioness takes her nap with her babies. That's the mommy lion. Daddy must be out hunting. They're taking, oh, here's a hippopotamus showing her baby how to take a bath. Yes, hippopotamus, that's right. Did I say it wrong?
Yeah, you said hippopotamus.
Okay, and this one, a polar bear has a cozy place to sleep right on her mommy's back.
Why she's hunting.
Yeah, well, is she I think she's sleeping too. Hippopotamus, that's right. And I think that's the end of that one. Then, how do you make a baby smile? Let's see how you make a baby smile. Let's see. Here's the baby. How do you make a baby smile? Grin like Papa Crocodile. Or like Mama Elephant, wiggle your ear. Can you wiggle your ear? That's what makes elephants happy. My husband has a horse. When horse is happy, his ears go back and forth. Or shake your horns like Daddy Deer. He's shaking his horns in the leaves. Can you see?
Yeah, and he's making the leaves go crunch.
That's right. Or how do you make a baby laugh? Twist your neck like a big giraffe. Or make a face like a mama baboon. Her baby's hanging upside down. That face looks extra funny. Or play peekaboo like Daddy Raccoon. Do you play peekaboo? How do you make a baby coo? Sing like Daddy Robins do. That's right. Or like Mama Chickens, cluck all day. Or like Papa Cricket's fiddle away. Crickets rub their back legs together and it makes a noise in the nighttime. Yes, chirp. So how do you make a baby grin? Tickle the baby under his chin. And when baby yawns and nods his head, it's time for him to go to bed. Yep, you're right. Okay, this one is about animal dads. We haven't seen so much about animal dads today, but let's see what the animal dads do. Dads do many things. They build us homes to live in. A stickleback dad builds a nest out of pieces of plants, and the female stickleback lays her eggs in this nest. The male fertilizes them, and afterward the male drives the female away, but his job isn't over. Dad continues to guard the nest from enemies, and he protects the babies after they hatch. Look at that. He collected all that stuff so their baby eggs would be safe.
Other fish eat the egg.
Right, other things might eat them. Okay, so daddies keep us warm, and this says, well, we know that an emperor penguin holds babies on his feet. And then look at this. Sometimes daddies give us a bath. This is a prairie vole, and he's down in his hole, and his daddy is giving him a bath with his big pink tongue. And sometimes daddies help us tidy up. Gorillas live in family groups, and dad's job is to protect the family's territory.
The baby's
Sometimes
head is right here.
the baby what?
The baby's head is right here.
Yeah, it is. Sometimes he plays with the babies and removes biting insects and dirt. I'm sorry?
What territory you mean?
Oh, he guards their place where they live, like their yard. Like your daddy wouldn't let a wild animal come in your yard, would he? No. In the backyard, yep. And he picks little bugs out of their fur because they live out in nature and they get little bugs. Like we get mosquitoes sometimes. Dads watch out for strangers. Poison arrow frogs make excellent parents. Some types of female poison arrow frogs lay their eggs under a stone or in a moist hole, and Dad guards these eggs and chases away enemies, including other frogs. After the tadpoles hatch, they wiggle onto Dad's back, and Dad carries the tadpoles to a small stream or pond where they grow into adults. See the eggs behind him? There's a daddy guarding the eggs. He's not going to let anybody hurt his babies. And they shelter us from harm. Like Stickleback Dad, some fish are active fathers. They build nests and guard eggs, and they might even find food for their babies. If danger comes, some dads protect their young in an amazing way. He opens his mouth, and the babies all swim inside. The babies stay in his mouth until danger passes. See all the little fish swimming in their daddy's mouth? I didn't know they... Like the crocodile. And then here's the beaver. We know what beavers do to our trees, right? We've seen it. Here's a beaver chewing up a tree, and he's going to bring it to his babies because baby beavers like to eat those trees. Oh, and here's a meadowlark. He's teaching his baby how to sing, and this is a daddy. What is it? A dwarf mongoose teaching his baby how. So they're singing and playing. I bet you know dads who like to sing and play. And sometimes they perform. The killdeer puts their eggs right out in the open, and if a predator comes close, the killdeer dive bombs them. We've had killdeer out in our gravel right outside here, and if you go next to their eggs, they'll boom, boom, try to hit you with their beaks. They don't want you to come. Do you have a question? Or are you just waving? Just waving. Dads have their ups. Here's a daddy salmon. He's jumping up into the water where they want to lay their eggs. The salmon go up the stream. And their downs. Here's a daddy lion. He's lying down for a nap. Some Yep, some dads go away. Some baby turtles never get to see their parents because their eggs are laid and the turtles hatch and they don't see their parents. And some dads stay. Here's a coyote teaching his baby how to howl at the moon.
But that's a myth.
That's a myth. Well, let's see what it says. Wolves, oh, it's a wolf. They live together in packs, and each pack is led by a male and a female who mate for life. After a new litter of babies is born, the dad leads the pack on hunting trips, and he brings back meat for the pups. Dad protects the pups and, of course, teaches them how to howl. I bet you're right. They're not howling at the moon, are they? We just think they are. He's probably telling other,
He's talking.
yeah, telling others not to come by. Dads work with moms. Remember, we saw the crocodiles keeping their babies safe in their beaks. And they do things we never even know. These are megapods. And they build large mounds of leaves and soil, and the sun heats it up so they don't sit on their eggs. They get solar hatching. And here's a daddy who's babysitting. He's a tamarin, and he's taking care of his baby. And house cleaning dads. This is a desert isopod. Isn't that a funny looking thing? And that dad keeps all the muck and all the stuff out of the den. He pushes it all out so they keep nice and clean. And here is dads who give birth. How about that? This says, after mating, a seahorse or a pipefish mother transfers her eggs into the father. Inside dad's special belly pouch, the eggs hatch, but the young fish don't swim out right away. They feed from blood vessels that line dad's pouch, and when the babies grow big enough to survive on their own, dad gives birth, and the babies swim into the ocean. That's a new one. What do you think of that? They live inside their daddy's tummy for a little bit. And that's the end. So that was a Dad with Animals book.
How did it along with him?
Yep. Now we have a guessing one. So let's see what we can guess. Guess what I'll be. This is me. I'm called a tadpole. One day I'll have 4 webby feet and big bulging eyes, and I'll eat beetles, flies, and worms. What's he going to be? A frog. That's right. I'll be a frog. Frogs live on the land and in the water. What will I be? This is me. I'm called a chick.
A flamingo.
Is this how you knew? Pink, and look at the beak. She says, one day I'll have long, skinny legs, bright pink feathers, and a very big hooked beak. It is a flamingo. You were right. It's a flamingo. Okay. What will I be? This is me. I'm called a caterpillar. One day I'll have long feelers, big wings, and I'll fly from flower to flower. A butterfly. Yep, that looks like a swallowtail butterfly to me. What will I be? I'm called a calf. One day I'll have long tusks. I'm wrinkly skin and I'll swim in the sea. A walrus. Yep. Walruses live in large groups called herds. And, oh, who's this? This is me. I'm called a grub. One day I'll have 6. Yep, I'll have 6 legs, busy, a striped body, and I'll make honey. That's going to be a bee, isn't it? Yep. Now we're all mixed up and can't remember what we'll grow up to be. A caterpillar grows up to be a chick grows up to be a okay, a grub grows up to be a and this little calf grew up to be a yep, and the tadpole? That's right. Good for you. How much time do we have? A little bit more. Let's try carry me. Have you ever said that to your mom or dad? Carry me. Yeah. Your sister does? We have seen this one before already today. Remember the anteater riding on his mommy's back? Animals carry their young in all kinds of ways. Riding on their backs, clinging to their bellies. See the little monkey underneath his mommy's belly? Propped up on their shoulders. Here's two of them up on their... Yep, that was on the front. The mommy's on the babies are on the mommy's shoulders. And perched on their feet. We saw that one too already. Usually it's on their daddy's feet, but they take turns. Or sometimes on their tops. Remember when Thatcher told us spiders carry their babies on their tops?
Like scorpions.
Like scorpions. And braced beneath their wings. Look at this one. I had never seen that. See, under his wing, he has little baby heads poking out. I have never seen that before. Tiny little babies poking out from their mommy's wing. Or clutched to their tummies. See this mommy bat has it. Can you imagine? Bats fly up really, really high, and that baby's hanging underneath.
How do bats get black?
How do they what?
Get black.
Get black? Boy, that's a really good question. Our bats are black, but this one's brown, isn't it? Actually, I think ours are kind of dark, dark brown. And stretched across their chest. This is an otter. They're so fun to watch, and their babies get to ride right on their tummies like a big air mattress. I love that one. Or gripped in their teeth. Remember we saw the alligator? Here's a fox carrying her baby by her teeth.
But instead, it's not all the way in her mouth.
Would you like to be carried by your mom's teeth? Yes?
I'm pretty sure she's actually biting her baby's fur and...
Right, yes. And grasp in their jaws. We saw that, didn't we? Oops, scar, excuse me. Or tucked in their pouches. We've seen that before, haven't we? Kangaroo. Yep, one of them's out of the pouch. And look, we saw this already today too. Fishes going in their mom's or dad's mouth. I had never seen that before. And nestled on their feathers. And look at the beaver. The beaver carries its baby just like your mommy and daddy carry you. In his arms. I didn't know that. And look at, this is how your mommy and daddy carry you. Just like that. Okay, I think it's time for us to go for a walk. You know what, before you get up, let's count how many of us there are today. And also I need to tell your moms that Nature Friends is coming up. If you're interested, there are 4 lessons in 4 different county parks. It's only $8. It's for kids 3 to 6 years old. My kids went to it when they were little, and we loved it. You'll do a craft, and you'll learn about nature. It's really neat. So talk to Diane or anyone at the front desk about Nature Friends. It is June 10, 12, 17, 19.
Hey, I'm 5.
I don't think so. 10 and 12 must be like Tuesday, Thursday, and then 17, 19. And so it's 9 to 10 in the morning. Each one is at a different park so that people get to learn different parks. It's really fun. I totally advise you to try that. We wanted to count heads, so let me start on this end. Are you ready? 1. Are you counting with me? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Okay. 31 kids. Did I miss you? 32 kids. Bye.